Huh? I'm sorry, did you say something?
Well?
God, the freaking flower. It'd be bad if we were still split before the last trial, so maybe we should call them over. Hey, are you even listening? I only brought that up because I'm really worried. Sorry. What are you gonna do? You're right, I'm worried about them too. Let's try calling Strawberry House one more time. Yeah, that's a great idea. Nagito, why are you? Because I showed up. You showed up? How did you even come? Maybe I teleported. Huh? Nagito's sudden appearance has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I love how this is basically given... my bedroom green glow. Hey, answer me seriously. How were you able to come to this?
Hey.
Before I do that, there's something I need to tell you guys. There is? I tried to investigate Strawberry House and went
Now
I'll give you those details first. Let's read this up. After being abruptly interrupted by Naruto, Chuck and I learned about the results of his investigation of Strawberry House. Elevator has been added to the truth bullet section. Strawberry Hole's button has been added. Vehicle the car has been added to the truth bullet. Wall clock has been added to the truth bullets. Well, I guess these were pretty important. Especially the fact that everyone in Strawberry House said having those too. But what was that about the wall clocks alarm going off before it happened? And also, the fact that Strawberry Hole's button was broken is definitely worth knowing.
Hey.
Also, there's one more thing we need to tell you. I've cleared the file again. Huh? It's my friendly game. It wasn't my friendly, no. It was just a little escape game that I knew was some Russian roulette. Russian roulette? It's a game where you load one bullet in a gun, spin the cylinder, point it towards you and pull the trigger. So, you really did it. Ah, so that's how you're supposed to... So it would have been fine if I'd only used one bullet, huh? I guess it was just a monomycete.
Actually...
Huh? I misunderstood and thought that I had to take one bullet out of the cylinder, so that's how I did it. No. You only had a 1 in 6 chance of surviving. But I'm still alive. After all, the only good thing about me is how lucky I am. What's wrong with him? I knew he was strange from the start. For him to casually do something so suicidal? He's crazy, that's all there is to it. Anyway, because I was able to clear the final dead room, I was able to obtain several rights. And one of those rights was the freedom to move between the safe house and Strawberry House. Not only that, but whenever I move back and forth, I don't even need to play the game again. Move back and forth? Why would you even be able to do that? And how? Hey, Hadri.
You stay quiet.
You've been repeating yourself over and over and it's bugging me. Can you let me speak freely for a change? Anyway, I'm definitely lucky. Thanks to that, I was able to play through a nice highest difficulty, and I've been quite an amazing prize with this one. That is the Future Foundation song?
Yep.
Yeah. It's a continuation of the file we received on the road coaster. Continuation? Has you more detailed information about the Killing School Life that was in the early file? Oh, that was Naruto. The Killing School Life. You mean the killing of the... As I recall, Byakuya was one of the students who participated in it. But even when we learn more about the killing school life, it has no relevance to us whatsoever. There was information about the order of the killings and who the killer was for each incident. I find it extremely boring to read about the deaths of people that I don't even know.
Right?
Besides Byakuya, of course. Then it's just as I thought, that Byakuya was the Byakuya we knew, right? However, I can't say the information was completely useless. In truth, there are similarities between the Killing School Life and this Killing School trip. Similarities? For example, the first murder involved someone important getting stabbed to death in an unexpected place.
Hey.
The second murder revealed the presence of a serial killer among the police. And the third murder was actually 2 killings that Oh yeah.
Hey.
And the fifth one was a suicide.
Hey.
Was it the fifth one which was the suicide? The second one was worth the same kill. Well, so sweet.
Yep.
Perhaps.
How unfortunate.
Unfortunately, I have nothing to do. His father didn't contain information inside me. Just mine?
Why?
It's not weird, why are you asking me? It's quite troubling that you're asking that. I must say, it was always interesting that Hajime was the only one who could remember his
Right?
heart. But that ends now. Are you serious? Did you really find out why I was chosen by Hajime? In a way, it's just as Shiaki said. Hajime's existence is special because you were just some reserved course students in the reserve department.
Well,
Unlike the primary department, for main course students who possess ultimate talent, the reserve department is for reserve course students who entered the school with a basic entrance exam. Essentially, you're like a substitute of second street. Well, even then, that's just the name only. The reserve department pretty much only exists to increase Coach Peak's Academy's revenue stream. Reserve department? Substitute? Second street? Radiation? What is he saying? Like I said, to be a reserve, why do I keep saying reserve? A reserve course student, you don't need to possess an ultimate talent. You just have to pay a rather costly entrance fee and tuition. Though the funds obtained from these exams, the Academy can focus on bolstering research and talent. This, the symbols of hope.
isn't that right?
Which means you're just a step ahead. You should feel honored. An average talentless human can report good news for those who are known as unsung heroes. What the hell does... Perhaps you simply weren't determined enough. You just my hope. Were you willing to sacrifice your body and soul to attend Coach Peak Academy? Or maybe you were just obsessed with Coach Peak Academy, like a fangirl following the latest time. It's not like that.
Stop it.
Why is the thinking? If that's what you're thinking, just stop. Listen carefully, the only humans worthy of becoming a hope possess amazing talent and a strong will. And the moment you're born into this world, you either have that or you
There's
don't.
no mistake.
That has nothing to do with that. You must be chosen by hope to become hope.
You don't even know?
That's why it's not even worth admiring. Or were you so blinded by admiration of Hope's Peak Academy that you couldn't even see it? You're just some nobody from the reserve course who we never had talent to do. Nobody. I thought it was nobody. That's all. Then I'm just... That's right. You were never an ultimate. You had no talent whatsoever. I don't have any talent. I'm just an ordinary high school.
Man.
Oh, I feel sorry for you. Are you shocked to learn that you were the only one who didn't have talent?
That's not it.
But still, if you think about it positively, it looks like there's no more reason to doubt. Now that we know who you are, a normal, average, utterly unremarkable. Less of the insult, please. High school student, there's no way you can be associated with the Future Foundation. But if it's not Hajime, then who in the world could the traitor be? The survivor of the previous killing of school life. Byakuya would have been the most likely candidate, but no, that's not.
Hey.
Hey, are you
Hold
listening?
it.
There's no need for you to listen.
What?
To this. Huh?
Well,
It may be important to talk about who the traitor is, but we need to focus on Mekamaru. Because if we can't survive this class trial, everyone is going to die together anyway. In that case, would the traitor be among those killed as well? That's something to
Yep.
wonder about. Oh well, it's fine, I'll stop for now.
hey.
You said you cleared the final dead room and obtained these files. That means you must have gone to the Octagon,
Hey.
right? Are you curious about the ultimate weapon?
So,
Did you find out what it was? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Is there any reason I should answer? Huh? What the hell? I'm the one who cleared that room, and I'm free to divulge any clues I obtain there as I see fit. But take this seriously, will ya? Are you planning to keep it a secret? Are you planning to side the killer again? Like I said, I'm not on the killer's side. That hasn't changed since this began. How many times must I repeat myself? I just want hope to shine even brighter. What you're saying doesn't make any sense at all. Just tell us already. Tell us about the ultimate weapon. Jeez, I guess I have no choice. I suppose I can tell you one note today. You're right, I did go to a place Oh god, that seemed to be the octagon. I found many different weapons there. But I didn't find anything worthy of the name ultimate weapon. Don't lie, there's no way that's possible.
Stop it.
Coming from someone with no talent like yourself, that's really interesting. What did you say? Fine, I understand. Now's not the time for us to be fighting anyway. If you won't tell us, we gotta do it ourselves. Now, shall we get back to investigating Nekamaru's case? We better hurry, the class trial is going to start.
You're right.
You're right, I haven't even seen the crimes. Also, the guys in the strawberry house should be coming over to this side.
Bye now.
And while we're at it, we're going ahead.
Hey.
Hey, how'd you mean? It's okay, I already know. You want me to focus on Nekamaru's case like that? You want to me? Really? Looks like they tried to cobble together the script when they were half asleep. It's true that I'm shocked. But now's not the time for me to feel like that. Right now, I can't afford to be the only one who's confused. I need to survive with everyone else and return home. That's what's most important. Isn't that right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm relieved to hear that. We should get moving then. Yeah, you're right. I should just forget about it for now. We need to focus on Nekamaru's case. So I hope I don't have to go back into that again. Don't know. Yo, sorry, Willie. Just so you all know, it's all thanks to me. I'm the one who fixed the elevator. See? It's just as I said, right? Hey, are you even listening to me? I'm trying to stop lying. More important, Kazuchi, did you look into a matter I asked you about? Huh? Or that thing about the compass? I looked into it while I was coming here, but I think this compass might be broken.
You stay quiet.
I didn't ask for your opinion. Just tell me the result. Huh? Well, the compass needed to rotate 180 degrees while we were driving the elevator. It needed to rotate 180 degrees? I see. Just that what? Huh? Hey, what do you mean by that?
That's obvious.
Well, obviously, the elevator most likely rotated 180 degrees. The elevator rotated. Now then, we should go investigate Nekamaru's body. As if it was forming his nose at us, Nagito began making his way towards...
Oh my!
The hell is wrong with him? Doesn't he seem pissed off or something? Nagito, what do you know? How much do you know? Kazuchi's account has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your... of our shark case.
You serious?
Nekamaru, are you serious?
Damn it!
Damn it! I don't know how we did this, but this is pretty fucked up.
Hey.
Now's not the time to get sentimental. Come on, we need to hurry up and investigate. Everybody investigate everything we can here. No, you haven't. There's still something you should be able to investigate more thoroughly. Now that Mikan is no longer with us, we can't perform an autopsy.
Right?
But Kazuchi should be able to disassemble the body, right? Yeah.
It cannot be.
Is that true? Are you going to disassemble Nekamaru?
I won't forgive you.
Don't screw me. Hasn't Coach Nekamaru been through enough already?
You don't know?
Been through enough? We need to perform this investigation so we can find out who the killer is. Or perhaps you don't want to know, Akane. Maybe you don't care about what happened to Nekamaru.
Damn it!
What?
You stay quiet.
If you suck at using your brain and you really want to know who the killer is, try not to interfere so much.
Jeez.
Come on, Kazuchi. What are you standing there for? Damn it. Fine. I just have to do it, right? I wish I wanted to see his insides, but not like this. This is just too much.
Well...
Come on, are you guys feeling okay too? Now's not the time to be staring into space. Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you. I thought you was just treating me different. Ever since you found out I have no talent. But seems like that's not entirely the case. It's not true to what everyone else is doing now too. But why?
Damn it!
Huh? Where'd you get that tool? Nagito gave it to me. He said he had it ready before we even went to meet. So Nagito did that too. It's like Nagito has full control of it. Looks like that links to his head, isn't it? Huh? Please, Nekamaru died. I mean, stopped functioning. His torso is covered in huge dents and his parts are just, maybe a gear shaft or two. Well, for now I tried disassembling Nekomaru's chest. That should help us learn something, right? If that's the case, we need to look at Nekomaru's body one more time. Apparently Kazuchi's finished disassembling Nekomaru's body. We should probably check it out one more time. Nekomaru's chest panel is open. The clock inside is completely exposed. The hands of the clock look like they're pointing at 7:30. Also, it looks like the clock's alarm is at 7:30 AM. Which means this clock broke the moment the alarm started ringing at 7:30 AM. Clock's alarm time has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. But 7:30 AM is strange, right? I mean, we should have arrived at Great Tower just before 7 AM from one. Come on, is this clock malfunctioning? No, wait. It's the type of clock that receives radio signals so it can automatically update the time after it's in. Simply put, it's an extremely accurate clock. That's right. It's a clock that can never slow down. It's even designed so that it cannot be adjusted. Ha ha ha. I have become a Time Lord. Do I appreciate the Doctor Who reference? Well, even if it is an accurate clock, they didn't need to install it inside the body. What are you saying? I don't need to wear a wristwatch ever again. There's nothing more useful than this. An accurate radio clock that never slows down, huh? If that's the case, why does this broken clock say 7:30 AM? Radio clock has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. What's wrong with him? He's touching over Nekomaru's body and it almost seems like he's glaring at him. What happened to the people?
You're the worst.
Jeez, this is the worst.
Jeez.
You guys overlooking them points. I swear you're just the worst. Therefore, there's no way to leave this to you guys. What are you doing? I found this on the fragment of the pillar. Is this a doorknob?
You don't even know?
Looks like the screws came out with it. That wouldn't happen unless you applied a ton of force. Plus, it looks like there were scratches near the base of the door.
Hey.
Don't you think it's strange?
See?
If we examine the far back door in Great Tower, the doorknob is still intact, right? Now that you mention it, you're right.
Now then.
If that's the case, where did this doorknob come from? If it's not the door that leads to Strawberry Hall, then there's only one other possibility. It has to be the door connected to Great Hall that we entered from, right? Well, it makes sense to think about it like that. We should try it out. Try out.
Don't know.
We take the elevator to Strawberry House and we enter Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall. And that's the only way we can see the other side of that door, right? But the button to open the door in Strawberry Hall is
It's obvious.
We can just repair it. After all, we have the ultimate mechanic. Well, you're right, but I need parts to repair the door in Strawberry Hall. I can repair it if it's broken, but if I don't have enough parts, there's not much you can do about it. But you have plenty of parts right here. Huh?
See?
Just use Nekomaru. I'm sure if you dig through his body, you can find parts you can use. Hold on. Are you saying we should use parts of this? Oh god, it's gone AWOL. It's called recycling. It's a much better alternative than disposing it with the rest of the junk, right? Junk?
Hey.
Well, Kazuchi, is it possible or impossible? Like I said, I could probably use these parts to repair that button, but... Seriously, hold on. Even if you do repair the button, what's going to happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? The door that leads to Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button on the Strawberry Hall side, the door won't open as long as that chain is there. You don't need to worry about that at all, huh? I don't need to worry? What is that? Kazuchi, we should go over to the Strawberry Hall so you can repair the door. Hey, I'm not kidding. Hajime, you're going to come later too, right? You'd be really bothersome if you didn't. I mean, if there's someone in the tower, the door might know. So you should at least make sure you're not pulling my leg. After seriously saying that, Nagito left the area.
Huh?
What the hell happened to him? He seems on edge about something.
Damn right.
Ah, that reminds me, Neg, so ask Kazuchi to do something with him, right? That's something to do with how the elevator spins 180 degrees. I wonder what it could mean. Actually, to tell you the truth, Nagito asked me to do something weird too. He told me to investigate all the clocks inside both buildings. The clock? So I did what he said and checked them all, but none of the clocks had their times messed up.
Jeez.
But why did he ask me to do that in the first place? I don't get that bastard at all. For now, why don't we head over to Strawberry Tower too? Along with the doorknob matter, there are still many mysteries surrounding this that we don't understand. If we go to Strawberry Tower, we might be able to solve some of those mysteries. Maybe.
Jeez. You're
Looks like that's all we can do. Let's head over. Thanks to Kazuchi, the elevator's working now. Alright, let's go. It's been a while since I've come
What's
to
up?
Hey, you're here.
Hey, hey.
Kazuchi, how did the repairs go? Yeah, well, the damage wasn't too bad once I got the parts, so they would fix it out. You've got no nerve saying that when you use Nekomaru's parts without my permission.
Hey.
Well, I mean, even...
Now then.
Anyway, now that we're all here, why don't we all go and try out?
Even so. Hey. Yep. Hey.
Why did it open?
Impossible.
Impossible! Why did it change it? Hold on a sec, that's not the only thing that's strange. That's right, there's no way to say it, but... This definitely looks weird. What do you mean?
Hey!
Hey, doesn't this all look the same as when we were in Grape Town? Yeah, you're right. When we were in Grape Town, Nekomaru's body was in front of the far back door. Which means his body should be in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. So if we end up in Strawberry Hall, his body should be right in front of the door as we walk in. Why isn't it like that? Why is Nekomaru's body in front of the door to Grape Hall?
Hey.
Not just that, the parts I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too. The body ain't the only thing that moves, even the tipped over pill and the spilled oil. They all move the exact same way. Everything that was at the crime scene inside Great Tower shifted to the opposite side. As if it all rotated 180 degrees, right? The chain disappeared, the strange feeling I felt when I went back and forth between the two towers. Yep, just as I thought, it was definitely the right choice to confront. Just as you thought? Then you already knew about this mission? You have a better habit of relying on others when you don't understand. Why don't you try investigating first? That door at the far back with a picture of a grape on it. Maybe there's a clue hidden there. There's a clue on that door?
Now then. See? Well...
Update. Broken doorknob has been updated in your hamper.
What?
Did you get even more confused? No need to worry, just one clue will change everything. Huh? And then we go to
It
the shop.
appears that it's time for the class trial.
Well, let's get over and done with, you scumbag.
To tell you the truth, I'm tired. Man,
Hey!
But how are we supposed to get to the
Damn it.
shop? You're right, we can't do anything unless go. Akali, did something happen?
Hey!
No, well, do you guys hear something? Hear something?
Hey!
What do you hear this time? let's open it.
Alright!
Jeez, at least be a little cautious. Probably
It appears you cannot. It's nearly.
No, then.
Yep.
Damn it! Well, did.
Nagito's chilling laugh continues as he did. His mental state is definitely deteriorating. You can tell that from when you first stepped foot on the island.
Well,
I think he's just dairy, to be fair.
Yahoo! Hey, come on. Now I'm really angry. Now then.
He sacrificed his body to protect the Kane, and his appearance changed drastically because of it. But he still tried to live earnestly, and just when I finally got used to his new form, Nekomaru's killer is one of us. Well, we can put Akane out of it. Unless it's fake grief.
Now then, during the...
hey, why don't we try going over the incident?
I headed over to Haji.
As I recall,
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being, but someone even broke Strawberry.
Thinking we should at least find.
Forget these boring... Anyway, it's death...
What do you mean?
There's no way a chick would kill some...
It is likely if the
And so one of you
damage
better
on
hurry
that
up and confess...
Now. We don't have the luck the incident notwithstanding.
Then let's start with something even... well, the weapon is... what the heck, you guys?
you got overpowered. Hardly just sat there blank.
guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That killer, huh?
No, the hammer. The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
No,
I'm
that's
objecting
wrong.
now.
No, I can't
No,
accept that
I
that
can't
hammer
accept
was
that.
the murderer.
Why not? What?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be...
But that hammer was clean.
Yeah, but
Why?
This was released after, so it's a fair game.
well,
I'm surprised
obviously.
you didn't give
Then
the
why bother
Yakuza
cleaning?
member
You're pretty insightful.
Leah's
gangster?
voice
Just so y'all know,
of
I
gas
thought
station attendant.
maybe you guys.
Seems that was a waste.
Then what was the real weapon you...
That's the
I mean, the
problem.
game.
Then, how... If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon.
An actual weapon has oil on it, but if it's something that.
I see!
Pillar.
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon.
Nobody could win, even if you used 100%.
Try.
Yeah, but there's one.
Huh?
Coach Nekomaru's robot?
So, he lifted the pillar.
You mean...
Don't be stupid!
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that...
Well,
What the heck?
Oh yeah, it was the fourth one.
But that's a problem. If it's not...
huh? Yes, I see. So, alright. It's up to you. Understood. Sonia,
God, that sounded like it's a mean man.
there's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
No, that's wrong!
Nope, that is impossible. That is incorrect.
If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar,
Huh?
the pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him,
I briefly
That's
considered
most likely that was back from
I
the
see.
back.
If they didn't tip it over,
How much longer?
there's no way I can let it go.
Why are you so
I just...
A feeling, huh? That's just...
But we can't say for sure that is... There's another way to use that.
Then I shall ask you.
You guys, you're unable to clear a path to the... What a waste of time. Regardless, it's not...
Hey, Nagito. How come you're not talking like a loop?
I've learned a valuable lesson.
Who cares?
Well, first of all, the pillar
Yep,
itself
he's definitely
is not
Sundari.
but when combined with a specific item,
A specific...
of course, the...
Isn't that...
So, Nagi...
Of course I know, but I'm pretty... We've seen...
That's right.
seen?
Because I am he who cuts the it's only fitting that
delusional.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon.
I don't know why.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly.
In order to clarify that,
Huh?
you still don't realize it? Ah, I forgot.
Except for
if we make it out of this,
Anyway, we must... Then I think it must have something... Strawberry House, but in actuality... It is undeniable...
Man, not only does...
Faux shock... and Great Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it? It's weird to say that. I mean, the walls are different. The designs on the floor.
We've already said I'll give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Great are actually the exact same.
No, that's wrong.
No, that is incorrect.
both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now?
Hajime, I won't tolerate
I mean, doesn't it... When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to... But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry...
It's probably some kind of trick, like, if it is, then see? That means it's
So then what? Do you seriously think...
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops! If the floor didn't rotate, then that meant...
Bow down!
Son,
Then
yes,
how
you made
about
him my
this?
girlfriend,
While
but
we were
I
moving
won't
forward, but
tolerate.
we should have all been together.
Then Monokuma, while we were moving...
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moving.
If
Monokuma,
it is
I
too
don't
heavy,
know.
just like if there is no... There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing. There are many different ways. body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
There's no denying that Monokuma.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly wielding the pillar of the body. He could have moved it all, easy as pie. It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly wielding the power of the futuristic pillar of the body. He could have moved it all, easy as pie. It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar of the body, everything at the crunch.
Allow me to cut through those words!
I object to your statement, Sonia.
Moving the body and pillar is possible. But in the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar chain, physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible.
Then it's impossible.
I am terribly sorry.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
Believe me, I got cocky quite a bit when I
So
was
what
younger.
really happened?
When I was a freaking house
Not in the
captain.
experiment and...
Yeah, the E-hand.
If they're not the same...
By the way, I apologize for talking about myself so much, too much.
Hey, I thought it would fine. I'll tell you, give us the amp, but then it wouldn't mean anything. It's also important for me because...
You're so I didn't know it.
But how do we know your hint is any good?
I have a good reason. The reason I'm the only one who knows it... I see!
The life-threatening
You're talking
game.
about the final... You cleared the life-threatening game.
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I... In that from... It...
Took a
Yep. See? Let me explain. I took both.
Lots of things that should make sense.
Then let's begin.
Here!
Sky?
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should be, which means if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry. But in this photo, I don't see...
I see.
And the forest.
Here!
And the forest. The sky and the forest.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the... If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of
Yeah, it should.
Then this is... This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor.
That's right. In summary,
What? Are you saying that Grape House is merely a...
from this point on, do your own thinking. Now that... If you guys are truly symbols of hope, it might be possible for Hajime to solve it, despite the fact that you don't have a real...
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor.
I'm asking you just to be safe.
The top floor.
Such sharp eyes. So you realize that the top floor...
But the Monokuma archive...
What?
Good start. same building, of course. Vertical alignment.
It's all coming together. Got it. Then let me hear it. In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, so where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different...
Same building?
Then the two houses aren't two different three-story buildings. They're actually one...
You think about it like that. Based on Nagito's picture, it's clear... on top of Grape House. That photo. Because of that, the photo taken all together, this
Oh,
means the
taken
first floor...
freaking-
What the fuck?
Oh, snap. I never...
But
Strawberry House's force, it never occurred to us that they were the same building. A quadrilateral? And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower.
in order to conceal the... Monokuma put us...
When playing video games, turn you into a pet.
Don't it's true? That's right! Those two constructing a building like that on your own without...
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different. Just like Strawberry House was, Strawberry Tower was all...
However, if they're different floors within the same building...
Aw, you're precious. Alrighty then.
Oh,
Definitely. I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
That is wrong. That is incorrect.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kappa. Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. Right up until that moment, you were disassembling him. The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy.
Miss Sonia, you are...
it's alright. Kazuichi, if he was, he wouldn't have been... It'd be much more convenient.
I see.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy...
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both
Maybe it was simply...
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? Remember when we entered...
Elevator.
That device is...
God fucking damn it. I hate Hangman's Gambit. Running it here, but I will be recording one more episode of this. And
Where the hell is this?
I apologize for
The inside of the tower,
recording so many.
which means the tower was so whether it all leads to the same room.
Let's find out one, I can go on idle
So that's why.
looking into
I
it.
see. We were based.
And two, I'm trying to space out
Then why is there
the episodes as much as I can.
and a picture?
If the room
So you
just
don't end up
moves
with a
up,
5 hour. Okay.
Plus,
5 hour
but when we
one.
entered Strawberry Tower, those
Not just that, but if I remember correctly,
there are too many strange things.
When you see people and things,
What did you say?
so
Why do we have to do
it's
Why are you
fine.
getting all defensive, Gundam?
I see.
They're all on the floor.
Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor
And
and
why did the picture on the far back door change? The reason is because
I see.
Only the floor moves.
so that's it.
Only the.
Which means the whole room was. That's why we saw different. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, and on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower,
Then where did?
I want to say they lead outside. Just for show, so we'd falsely believe. It was actually very effective.
I don't get it. Did you hear that? Don't blame this on me. Then I'll take responsibility. Wait, there's no way that's.
By the way, what is the chain on the far?
It was probably right
Why?
because of that chain. You guys. The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall, but so everything was done to tamper with the appearance of a body in the tower would in that situation, if we go and using that as a clue, the truth that the two houses and the killer wanted to keep us from learning that.
They destroyed the button and wrapped it.
would it really have inconvenienced the killer?
It would have been a major after all. This funhouse.
Hold on. You're progressing.
Pain.
Gundam,
Why are you
please
getting all
proceed.
defensive, Gundam?
You said earlier, if so, if that then, which means, answer me,
What does this?
I really hope he's next to die because everything's a fucking conspiracy with him.
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
No, that's wrong.
That is invalid.
the elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you're.
That. From start to finish.
Rotated, meaning, as the elevator, it also rotated. It was probably following the which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you...
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves.
Well, a fun house. And since the building doesn't really...
That's not splendid at all!
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bit... I'm different from these lowly...
So we're done with the secret
If
of the
I could
funhouse,
quit for
right?
each time
Then let's start talking
I
about
said
the
fetch the
important stuff.
blowtorch,
What's
I'd
the
be
ultimate
rich.
weapon?
But fetch the
You still
blowtorch.
don't know what the ultimate...
What is the octagon?
Oh my... As long as you know what...
An eight-sided shape.
I see!
I might have failed maths, but I'm not that stupid.
If I recall,
I didn't expect you to know that. I guess I should continue listening.
Which one's topping?
Crap!
Oh, of course.
Crap!
Where the fuck is it? Oh, fuck.
Crap!
On the phone. Just checking something quick. Don't worry, I won't be keeping it in suspense long. Six. I don't know.
Crap! Here!
Oh, yeah. So I was trying to look into it because I wasn't
talking
sure.
about the secret room.
Why is that place?
You know how the...
I was trying to look into where
That's
the place was. So I apologize for
True,
the
I-
brief cut.
Then the ultimate weapon...
That's a little different. The true identity of the... Which means the killer used the bill... Like me, and then thought of a way to...
The funhouse itself is the weapon.
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery. But more importantly...
Yeah, he's definitely isn't there. Well, seriously, that's joking. I know it wasn't. No, part of that.
I never... Oh well. Let's just press on it.
Is it really alright?
I mean, That's not the killer who you...
But is it really okay to believe the building is...
There's no way I'd lie.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they...
He's right. There was a time when I was sincerely... I'm disappointed too, you know?
There is no such thing as forcibly sacrificed.
It's fine. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting...
Akane!
Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
If the killer used the building structure,
How they kill...
it might be better.
Falling.
I see! That's it? I think he
Died from...
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where then the killer made use of its height and caused
Are you saying they pushed him off?
That I don't...
Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the...
Did you forget how the...
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on! Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on! Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside...
No, that's wrong!
With an object, if you use the good night button, they switch off so they're not moving.
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekamaru wasn't moving...
Could it be...
When Nekamaru's good night button is pressed, if he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him.
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved there would have been no drop for him to...
That's what I was about to explain. Before Silence, Pat.
Now you're calling...
Don't open the door.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Crap!
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious. I agree with that.
The wire.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where...
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into... If the elevator moved while that loop...
If they...
That's right. The killer tied the tip of the wire. With that, they... And suspend...
That's right!
You better not finish...
The killer took advantage by doing that.
Too easy. So what if they created a drop? What if Nekomaru is suspicious? Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wall, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him. There's no way they could do that. Even if they suspended Nekomaru, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
What the fuck?
Even if they suspended Nekomaru, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
What the fuck? Why do I keep...
Even if they suspended Nekomaru, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him up. There's no way they could do that.
Oh,
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Allow me to cut through those
Objection.
words.
I object to what you just stated.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was...
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body, as long as it was armed. Which means the killer set the alarm before...
If you woke up from an alarm and realized... If something like that instinctively...
Well, I wouldn't really know since I'm
Then,
not handling...
the wire was hung. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire.
But Nekomaru didn't...
He fell because the entire...
When Nekomaru awoke, he must...
Was that...
Well, that's if they knew it'd leave behind...
I see.
Do you finally understand?
Yeah. I'm just a pest. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pit...
No, I believe you gave...
Hey! Why this guy?
So thanks to that, that doesn't mean he just... I see!
When Nekomaru fell...
What'd you just say?
You didn't check...
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little,
There was no way I could be late for Monokuma type...
and if we found Nekomaru's body there,
It appears yet a... How were you able...
that...
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
No! Crap!
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am
But the alarm inside was set for 7:30.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's...
No, that's wrong!
The radio clock. You forget that.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock.
So you're saying there's no way...
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw.
the clock inside Grape...
No, I checked all.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you...
And because of that, I can call.
If there's no possibility that...
Please believe me.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding.
I never misunderstand.
Damn it! Oh, of course I was a fucking idiot. Of course I was gonna be building this clock. Both houses, which would make sense. Oh shit!
It's all coming together! You said you checked all the clocks inside the building, isn't that right?
Yeah, none of the clock.
But what if all the...
This is true.
Now's not the time to be pleased. More important...
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when you fell.
I agree with
I
that.
can agree with that. I support that.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that...
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep.
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor. It's obvious we'd hear the impact.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at... What is it?
Oh, well. that...
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you...
I could not sleep at all.
There's nothing to worry about.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference...
I heard that sound.
Huh?
I instantly woke up.
I see!
2 hours.
Nekomaru's alarm. That means our time was off by...
We were starving pretty badly.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows.
However, for what
The reason is obvious. If you messed with the clocks and used a specific... From there, the killer... I see!
The Tai Chi.
That's it. The killer made you...
how did they use
We were required to... But if they mess with all the...
We wouldn't be able to attend on his radio clock.
That's right.
Then, when I...
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5... And was at that time, he was...
I see.
Too early.
When you said everyone, we thought we came to the tower on time. But in truth...
Ah, jeez. What was it? Are you talking about... Wrong! But that's not it. That's definitely...
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. The number of suspects...
Hey, how did that decrease the...
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to...
Huh? What?
You witnessed Neko...
Are you talking about that a little while after I witnessed? Plus, it was just before... If Nekomaru died when the...
Really?
The sound was so loud, we were both on the...
Which means that person just... Who is it?
You're the only one!
The one who wasn't there.
That's right. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyu.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm... You weren't in your room!
If that's the case, where were we?
Please!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna...
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge,
You couldn't? What do you mean?
not only did I not hear the...
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, it is obvious that I did not hear... But I did not hear the rumbling sound either.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too. I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that it wasn't that.
I couldn't hear it. What is...
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common.
rooms.
I got it! Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in... If I recall...
The reason we could not...
That's right. It was actually noted. Now then, you guys must...
Hold on a sec.
Why? Well... You're the only one! Gundam? When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge,
What's wrong with if the bell of catastrophe
why were you
Sign
able
the
to...
fucking
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe... Nagito was staying in a deluxe, so why were you able to hear...
Gundam?
There's only one possibility. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe...
Gundam.
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room. After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, until the moment that alarm... If you were in the lounge for that long...
Even though Mekamaru's murder, the killer still needed to prepare.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode.
In order to do that, which means when Fuyuhiko...
And once they tried to...
in their original plan, and they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't...
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm, just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the... After all, unfortunately... So the killer couldn't go back to their room. And...
But why'd you come out?
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to... That would have been the worst possible...
Those two had just... How ironic.
Gundam? Please.
Answer me this. The answer is 10. That means I have 5.
Is that your argument? You bastard.
Do not panic. The truth.
Yeah,
At the
he's
time,
waiting.
I left my room to... That's right. That's all it was.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence?
And yet, I'm being...
I see. Well, you don't have to admit it. So, why don't we just go... hold on. You know, Hajime, this class trial is...
Hey!
Perhaps I should... just a boring farce. Seriously. Let's just hurt Nagito. At some point during the investigation, what actually happened? Well, let's just leave it.
Please hold on!
But he's completely shut up.
Gundam!
I was In fact, I shall deny the very... Since based on your... I hung Nekomaru from the 4th from there, after returning to... Although going to and fro...
Let's see.
As I recall, the killer... Plus, this... If so, for these reasons.
And what's wrong with that?
The elevator was...
However, I was already at... Which means...
Are you...
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was... broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
continue you end the trade.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses.
No, that's
No,
wrong.
it was not.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two.
Such a...
Then why don't we ask the person?
You're the only one!
Nagito? Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one. There's a secret passage connecting the first. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once... But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the octagon. After I open the door... Surprise, surprise! Meaning, the third floor plus, once you've cleared the final dead room one.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Shut up.
However, what if the killer was
There's no way.
That is merely an...
There's no way I can stop.
Don't make... Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I'm supposed to leave.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
What the fuck?
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Okay, I'm pretty fucking pissed.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a space. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
What the fuck? Okay, I'm officially fucking pissed right now.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
What the fuck? Good swear there's no fucking ammo on this.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
There's no fucking with me again.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Gundam, go fucking hang yourself, will you?
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
The only thing that's fucking decayed is your brain. I'm gonna have to do this off screen because this is really pissing me off.